Let's go.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'll be your host this evening for our How to Negotiate a Job Offer. I know it's an interesting topic. I know a lot of people are suffering through job offers, and a lot are just confused on what to say, what to do, and how actually to negotiate a job offer. Well, what I'm about to say is, let's say it's a general idea or a guideline. It's not specific. Not everyone will go through the same process. Not everything is the same for everyone. So just take it as a guideline. It's not like a specific. So just listen and see what fits with your situation and try to use it. It's not a must, but it's a preferable thing. Okay. So our agenda today is like mainly 5 main subjects. It's not going to be boring. I promise you it's not boring. So without further ado, let's start our presentation. So first of all, why do you get a new job, or why are you looking for a new job? Well, as this guy say, the best career advice is at every job, you should either learn or earn. Either is fine, both is best, but if it's neither, quit. So probably when you go to a new company or you look for a new job, either you're not getting the education or the career advancement you're looking for, or you're not getting paid enough, or both of them. So for now, let's say you're looking for a new job. What happens? You went to an interview, you went through the first round, the second round, and now HR is calling you and telling you you got a job offer. So what's a job offer? Technically, a job offer is an invitation from your employer to join them at the company. A job offer can form in different forms. Either it would be a verbal form, like they will call you and tell you, like, we are really interested in you and we would like to offer you a job, but we need to, let's say, discuss some things first. Or they might send you a document with all the information there. So means are different, but at the end, you will be getting, I don't know, a document, a call, whatever. You'll get the information in a package in some sort of way. And, well, you finally received the call. You got the job. It's yours. Here's where everything gets interesting. Okay, so you got the job of your dream. They want you. They need you. They're very happy with you. And what happened next? Well, as you can see here, this is the, let's say, the good vibes in a recruitment process or in the recruitment experience. See, like this recruiter here is saying a junior software engineer asked for a low salary range, but she will get really surprised when she gets the offer. So this is the bright side. It's rare, but it's there. So don't lose hope. Never lose hope. This is the minutes that every job seeker lives for. So never lose hope. Stay always focused. And let's see. You got your job offer. So how do you decide if you want to keep it or you want to, I don't know, you want to negotiate it or you don't want it? So when you get your job offer, let's say, first thing of all, let's say you want to list your goal. As I mentioned before, you get a new job to learn or to earn. This is the main frame of any job you look for. So the same thing goes to a job offer. First of all, list your goal. Get an idea of what priorities you're looking for in a job. Okay, so let's say, how do you decide your priorities? Like, what are your long or short-term professional goals? Like, what are you looking for in a job? Are you looking for a career advancement? Are you looking for a title? Are you looking for more experience in a certain area? What are your goals? Define that. Make a list. Let's say maybe you're not looking for career advancement. Maybe you're looking for, I don't know, better payment. So I want better compensation. Write that. put that in a list. Put whatever you want. What can you look for? Let's say, what are my values? What are my personal values? Maybe you're looking for something personal. You want to, I don't know, give back to the community. Some people take a job just to be able to give back to the community. Not about payment, not about titles, not about anything. It's just about, I want to give back to the community, so they take that job. Write that down. List your priorities. List what you want. Let's say, what type of work do you enjoy? Do I enjoy remote work, hybrid work, going to an office? All of that. Look at your goals, look at your needs, write them in a list, put what you want, and keep them there. Look at them, define them before anything, before even looking at the job offer. Put that list down. Make sure you have all your goals, all your needs, whatever you're looking for, benefits-wise, salary-wise, education-wise, learning-wise, job-wise, responsibilities-wise, anything you think that's related, put it down in a list. So once we're done with listing our goals, we have a second step. It's very important. It's about doing our research. What do I mean by doing our research? Well, everyone knows a research starts before the interview. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, yes, I know not everyone researches a company before applying, but at least you look at the company you're applying for. So you've done a little bit of a research about the company, you know a little bit about it, but when you get a call for an interview, you're probably going to dig more into that information. Well, now it's the time to dig even further. What I mean by that, I mean like research the position you're looking for or you applied for. Research more about it. Know what's the daily job requirements. Know what's the goals of the company or the position of the company. What are their vision? What are their goals? What are they working for? What's the culture? You have to look, research more about everything related to the company, anything that interests you. Meaning, first of all, you have to look their website, look at their story, look at the team, try to see around you if there's a turnover. Do you hear about a turnover rate? What's the culture? Have you heard any rumors here or there? What's the salary range? And ladies, this is specifically for you because we are always discriminated in positions and in compensation in that position. Always ask more, that not only ask men and women about compensations and about the packages they get in any position. If you know any friends, ask both men and women. This is really important for you. Never forget about it. Sometimes you're being discriminated just because you're a woman. I'm sorry to say that, but that's true. So be careful, be aware, know where you stand. Okay? So we're looking at all the information. We need to search about the insight about the job. And I know for a fact that you can get an insight when you're doing an interview. You can sense the culture, you can sense the, I don't know, the way things are done. You can understand what's happening in that company. Sometimes the vibes you're getting from the interview can give you a sense of direction. So keep that in mind with your research. Put that all together and understand everything about the salary range, about everything you can get about that organization and about that position. After you have all that information aligned, I know it's hard work. I know 90% of people will not do that step. I, as a fact, probably won't do like all of that, but yes, I tried to do it, but you should do it. After like getting in many, I don't know, positions that I don't like to find myself in, I've learned the hard way that you should do that. So do it, search, put your goals, and then go to the offer and assess it based on the information you have. Put your lists, Put the offer that you get, look at them, compare them, and let's see what matches your goals and needs and what's not. But remember, before just assessing the offer, it's not just the offer you need to look at. You need to look at the fine printing at the end, or the employment agreement they send sometimes with the offer, because sometimes they put some legal terms that might put you in trouble in the future. I know that some companies can put a clause that if you quit from the company or you left the job at a certain company, you cannot work for a competitor for 2 or 3 years. Meaning, if you're a software developer or whatever your specialty is, if you left that job, you can't work in your specialty in another company. And how are you supposed to live? So be careful. Look at the fine print, look at the employment agreement, check the do's and the don'ts that's there. Be careful about every single term, because even these terms are negotiable. You probably don't know that, but you can discuss it. You can go around it, but please be careful about the employment agreement and the offer they're sending to you. Because let's go on another thing. It's not just employment, even contracting. I know many of you are contracting for other companies, and sometimes these companies will forbid you to work on, let's say, side hustles. You got a side hustle to do something for someone, they will forbid you to do that. So read the terms, ask your questions, make sure to have all the things that's on your mind on a list to assess this offer. What are the things that you can look for? The salary, the benefit package, the responsibilities, the job requirements, the flexibility of the work, the work environment, availability of training or development. What else you need to look for? The company. Yeah, that's it. Technically, that's it. You need to look at all of those and then compare them with your list and your information you've got and assess that. When assessing, make sure it's not just about your salary. The salary is not the main point when you're assessing. Remember, we put our list there. So if your goal is about education, or let's say your career goal right now is to get a better title because you want to advance in your career. So probably you don't want to look at the salary right now. You might overlook the salary because you're getting the title you want. So you need to look, what's the top priority? Does it check? If it checks, then it's okay. If it doesn't check, then put it aside to decide. The fourth step is you want to make a decision. After you have everything laid out in front of you, you want to say yes, or maybe I want to, but I'm not sure. I still have some points not checked. Or it's a definite no. If it's a definite no, then write back. Make sure you say no quite like obvious and clear, and just try to turn out with an easy response. Not just say no and like with a very big no. No, just like, I don't feel that this offer works with me, and just I don't want to work. Something like that. It's very simple, very clear, and get out of it. But what about a yes? What do? Do you think you need to negotiate? Let's see. Well, in my opinion, oh, where's my mouse? Sorry, I lost my mouse. Well, if you find a job offer and everything lines out, and even if it's a yes, everything click, negotiate. Negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. Even if everything clicks for you, negotiate. This tweet, by the way, at the beginning of the year had a very big impact on Twitter because of what this lady said. This shows you the very dark, I don't know what to say here. I don't know, really, I'm stuck. I lost the word. It shows you how recruiters work. Recruiters will just go with whatever you say and will go with it. As you can see here, this position had a 130K budget, but because the candidate asked only for 85, she was offered an 85 without any, like, she never gave her any tips like you can negotiate, or just because she accepted whatever was offered to her, this is what she got. So never just settle for a yes. Even if everything clicks for you, never ever settle for a yes. Negotiate. So if you have a yes or a maybe, then definitely we're going to start a negotiation process. Okay? This is a must. Never ever accept everything that's just handed up for you. So after that, let's decide, what can we negotiate? Well, everything is up to negotiation, to be honest. But you have to have a plan before starting a process or a negotiation process. Well, let's see. Again, as I mentioned before, like, we've done a list for what we need and what's our priorities. Again, we're gonna do a list of what we want and what's our top priorities to negotiate. If it's the salary, then the salary is on our top priorities. The benefits or the vacation, or I don't know, the flexible hours, everything can be negotiated. Just figure out what's your priority about negotiation, or what do you want to be changed, and then we can start. But stop. Not yet. We have something else to do. You set up your priorities, but you need to figure out a plan to show that you're flexible. Meaning, like, I want the salary to be, let's say you've got a job offer for a hypothetical number, whatever the number is, 40K, okay? But you have let's say a vacation day up to 10 days. So you would like the salary to be bumped up. You're fine with the vacation day, but you want the salary to be bumped up. So let's say you can be flexible by accepting the salary as is, but negotiating the benefit package or the vacation package, meaning you want to start at 14 days instead of 10 days. These vacation, bear in mind, these vacations are paid. So it's like a raise in the salary without changing the salary. So you're getting more vacation days without changing the salary. That's a benefit for you. So you can negotiate that to show flexibility. Like, yes, I would like to get more vacation days, and I might be able to accept the salary as is. That's a point. So figure out what you can be flexible about. Another thing we can do, let's say you might accept the salary as is if they might give you, let's say, instead of 5 days of work a week, you'll be working 4 days. So that's also considered as a benefit for you. Yes, it's not this. It's not money. You're not getting money paid to you, but getting less work days, meaning you're being paid more. So that's another point of view to look at what can make you look flexible. You're not just fixed on one thing. Again, look at what your priority is and see how can you work around it. Prepare what you can, like, move around to figure out the best offer you can get. So figure out that priority and figure out the plan that you have, and then you can start the negotiation process. How do we start the negotiation process? Easy peasy. We just send an email and tell the hiring manager or the recruiter that, yes, I accept the offer, but I would like to discuss some things. So again, as we said, how we're negotiating. First of all, we know what's our negotiable and non-negotiable. Again, the list we put, we know that some things are red lines we don't cross. Let's say, I don't know, again, at the salary, you know that you can't survive without getting 50K a month. So if the salary is beneath that, so no, this is a non-negotiable. You need to get 50,000 and you push for that. Okay, let's say, again, with that list, you want 14 days of vacation. You don't want anything less. Put that. And this is something like you don't want to negotiate. If that's in the offer and you don't want to negotiate it, take it off and make sure it's not in the swap list that you have. So put your negotiable and non-negotiable in the list and make sure that you have them and they're clear in your mind. So you're not, I don't know, you don't get excited at the meeting. You need to be very calm. You need to be prepared. This is the second one. Be prepared. Do your research. What do I mean by do your research? I mean, let's say you want your salary to be, I don't know, 50,000K. Okay, then you need to research the position that you're applying for or the position you're going to get. What's the range? What is given in your region? Bear in mind, contractors and employers have different paths. If you're an employee, your salary might be, I don't know, it's fixed like within the country range. So let's say, I don't know, in Turkey, for a certain position, the wage is like, I don't know, 15K, let's say that. But if you're a contractor, it's a definite that you'll be getting more. And that is because you're not getting any benefits. The employee get benefits. As a contractor, you're not getting any benefits. So do your research, understand your range, where you're standing at. If you're a contractor, make sure to know other contractors, how much are they getting? It depends on the country you're contracting with the company you're contracting with the person you're contracting with. So get an average before discussing anything. If you're an employee, you know that there are some things you can negotiate with. So understand what's the range for you. How can you go through it? Like, you know, let's say in average in Turkey, let's say you're getting for this position at 25K. And if you're offered 15K, then yes, you can negotiate up to 25 based on the average that's given in Turkey. So do your research because you will need that research when you go to negotiation. You have to convince them why you can get that number, or why you can get that days of vacation, or why you can work hybrid, or why you can get less working day. Do your research for every point that you have and you want to negotiate so you can prove your point. Okay? The third thing, walk in with the right mindset. What do I mean with the right mindset? I mean, you don't go in with a fight face. You don't go in like either I get everything or I walk away. No, you have to go in a mindset that I'm going to negotiate. You have your main lists and you go relaxed. Be positive when you go there. Don't put the negative thoughts in your mind, because if you go with a negative thought, be sure that you'll get out of the meeting without getting anything that you want. So go with a positive, put yourself in the right mindset, be relaxed, be easy. It's just a normal meeting. It's just a talk between you and your future employer. Either you get what you ask for, or you get a compromise between you and them, or that's fine. It's not a fight. You're not going to a fight. You're going to a normal talk. So be prepared and be calm. And that's what I mean with the main or with the right mindset. The fourth thing, in the meeting, you should demonstrate your value. What do I mean demonstrate your value? When you go there, you should show them, what are you bringing to the company? What are you bringing to the organization? How are you going to make a positive impact to that organization. So you need to show them that value. Be sure to show them what are you going to provide. This is a good thing in a negotiation. Be flexible. I've already said that. Show them how you can compromise. Like, I can do this for that or this instead of that. When you show them you're flexible, they're more leaning to give you what you want. But if you go like a direct hit, it's not possible. So the other thing, negotiate your strength, not personal matters. What do I mean by that? When you go and ask for, let's say, extra 10,000 for your salary, you don't tell them because I have a mortgage and I have, I don't know, I need to pay for my children's school. That's personal things. They're not interested in your personal life. You need to go and say, because I know my value, I will bring you positive things to your company. I'll bring you, I don't know, the experience I have, the knowledge I know. That's why you deserve that raise or that 10,000K, not because you have a mortgage, not because you need to send your kids to school. Never make it personal. Always about your strength. Always make sure to show them that you are needed. And be ready to walk away. Meaning, if you don't get what you want and you feel that you're not getting into anything that you are prepared even to compromise for, be prepared to walk away. You don't want to be stuck in a job that you don't like. Because trust me, if you accept a job that you're not happy with anything that's provided to you, you're definitely going to look for another job later on. And that means instability in your work. That's not good for your mental health and for your work. So be prepared to walk away, and it's for sure, like later on, the right job will come to you. Don't accept anything just because that's what's offered. No. You know your value, you know what you can give, and if they're not prepared to give it to you, it's okay. You can let it go, wait for the better. And the final thing, this is really important. Whatever you agree on, get it in writing. Never, ever just keep it verbal. Anything you agree on, even if they tell you that they're going to send it, don't wait. Whenever you get home, write everything, like a recap for the meeting, put the points that you negotiated, everything that you agreed on, put it in writing and send it to them. So you have a reference or you have something to go back to whenever you get the writing or the written offer. Because if it's not in writing, it never happened. Okay? Finally, let's give you some tips and tricks in the last 3 minutes of the presentation. What to do? Tips for better negotiation. First of all, as I said before, the negotiations start at the first interview or whenever a salary or something is mentioned regarding the work. What do I mean by that? Whenever you go, I don't know, sometimes it's at the first interview, they're going to ask you this question. Always, HR loves to ask that question, even at the first interview. What do you expect as a salary with us? First of all, never ever answer with a number. That's a definite in an interview. Try to go around it by saying whatever is in the range the company is offering for this position. Try to get them to say a number to you. So never ever say a number, even at the first interview or the second interview. Always let them say what they have. Okay? So negotiations start at the first interview. Be prepared never to fall in the trap of answering something even at the first. You want to get there because they want you for your experience, not because you fit whatever the budget the HR decided they want to give for this position. Okay? Second of all, when it's your turn, this is related to the first. When it's your turn, always give the top of your range. Meaning, let's say you're at the negotiation table and the recruiter, you're not happy with the salary offered. So try to like tell the recruiter, like, I'm not happy, or not, let's say, I'm not happy. Let's say, is there a range for the position that we're negotiating about? I want to know what's the range, because I don't think this salary is okay based on what I've seen. So if they come back with a range, then that's fine. But if they don't come with a range and it's your turn to say something, let's say you have in mind something about 55K, don't say 55K. Start with a range of 60K, because that will give you a room to play around, to negotiate, to go down without pushing your higher goal. So always start with a higher number and go down. It's the same as bargaining. Whenever you go to bargain in the market, in the bazaar, let's say, when you go, you're offered a piece of, I don't know, a jacket, and the seller say 200, and you don't want to buy it by 200. You want to buy it, let's say, 150. So you go to 100. He'll go down, you'll go up until you reach a mutual number. The same thing here. You'll say the higher price. The HR will come up a little bit. You'll come down a little bit. So you're in the range that you want. The third thing, a really good something to do, use always a positive language. Always put the positivity. Whenever you go there, thank them for their trust. Thank them because they chose you. Be on a positive relationship with them. Don't go, as I said before, with a fight face. Relax, easy. Everything you say should be seen as a positive point. Whenever you're talking about yourself, put what positivity you're going to bring to the company or to the organization. Always keep on a positive note. Never go with negativity. And the fourth thing, never put your requests as demands. It's always a request. It's not like, I want my salary to be this number. No, never put it as a demand. It's always like, what can we do about this salary? Something like that. Don't ever come so direct. Like, or maybe, is it possible to start with 15 paid vacation days instead of the 10 that's offered? Something like that. Don't put it as a demand. Don't say, I want 14 paid vacation days. No, start with, can we? It's a suggestion. It's a request. Put it like that, and they will probably be more like, yes. So that's the do's. The don'ts, it's not preferred to do a negotiation in writing. Always insist on doing it over the phone or face-to-face. Writing is, it's not a good communication way, especially in negotiation. Negotiation depends on social contact, on social reaction. You need to see the person you're negotiating with face-to-face. You need to talk to them. You need to see their reaction. They need to see your reaction. A phone call is okay because they can hear your affection in your voice. They can understand if you're frustrated, and you can understand if they're angry or if they're accepting what you're saying. So phone or face-to-face is much preferred than writing. So never, ever do a negotiation in writing. The only writing that you will do is summarizing the meeting to put the points that you agreed on, just to make sure that you have a written document to get back to whenever you get the written document or the written offer to sign. Because if it doesn't match the thing you agreed on, you can go back to the written thing that you have and tell them, we agreed on 1, 2, 3, and I've sent you an email and you said yes. If it's not in writing, it never happened. As I said, always have everything in writing. And the last thing, never ever oversell yourself in a negotiation. Yes, you'll be tempted to make yourself the best ever employee that they can ever get. You might oversell your experience or your knowledge, but it's not a good thing for you, because eventually, if you get that offer and if you get that job, you're gonna have to live up to what you said. And if you can't do that, well, they might fire you. So I'm sorry. So never, ever oversell yourself. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our How to Negotiate. Thank you very much for listening.